Welcome to the Don Sirius Show. From thought-provoking discussions on current affairs to deep dives into the worldly landscape, the Don Sirius Show covers it all. Each episode is a tapestry of diverse topics designed to enlighten, entertain, and expand your mind.
And then after that, I show you everything about backing. I show you don't cross the line, don't hit the cones. I teach you about the signs. I do everything I know. Don't hit no curves, and when you turn left or turn right to make turns. Don't stop past the stop sign. Stop before the stop sign. You know, I'm going off everything I remember from school. And then you can go to the school and take the road test. And the road test is definitely going to include the pre-trip. So I'm going to make sure I pre-trip you all the way to death. You know what I'm saying? From the air horn, city horn, to crack glass, to frail, or what's the other word they use for the belts when you looking at the belts under your hood? Because you got to see if they frayed or whatever other word they use for when it looks really like decrepit looking belts. Yeah, and then do the brake test. I teach you the brake test where you gotta it's like to make sure your brakes work or the emergency brakes work, because when your tanks get below a certain point, the brakes pop out on its own. So it's gonna, because there's techniques to slowing the truck down, like stab braking, because you don't ride the brakes to slow the truck down. I'm pretty sure people that panicked in emergencies and had accidents, they panicked and probably rode the brakes, because it just doesn't sound logically for you to come off the brakes, step on the brakes, come off the brakes, step on the brakes. It just, your mind just like, what? But trust me, that's about the best option you have going on to slow that truck down. And they're going to tell you how long. If you got a good school, they're going to tell you how long it takes to stop the whole truck completely loaded. It's maxed out in weight. They're going to even explain some things about bobtailing. That's like the truck without the trailer. We call it bobtailing. Yeah. And so back to the whole job thing. What you got to understand is you don't have any experience, so you're not going to get to these top dollar gigs and jobs yet. Unless, like I said, you know somebody and somebody hooked you up, and good luck for them too, because you might put their company in the grave because you ain't got no experience. And man, it might be paying you decent money, but I mean, I think you should go get some experience before you go trying to do all that super trucker shit. And I don't think nobody in their right mind that has a good company is gonna hire no one with experience, because who gonna risk millions of dollars on somebody? That would be insane to me. That is insane to me, to think you would hire somebody with no experience, and just because that's your cousin or your brother or your best friend or whatever, and you're just trying to help them to make over $100,000 a year, or $150,000 a year, or $180,000 a year. Man, that person might sink you like a ship, like a battleship. They got hit with a direct hit that just was critical hit. Nah, I wouldn't do it. So just know, when you first get your job, it's not going to be the best job, but you're going to be getting money every week. You're going to be learning every week. You're going to be out on the road every week. And that is definitely the first thing you need to understand about this, is the schooling and your first job. Yeah, first job. Let's make sure I covered everything with my notes, because I was trying to make sure I didn't miss out on anything, But yep, the first job is not going to be all that, but it's going to be definitely wonderful if you take joy in what you're doing and learning how you're doing it. You're going to meet new people, and you're going to really enjoy it, though, because like certain companies, they got like terminals all over the country. And if you're willing to go all over the place, you're going to get to see places you've never seen before. I've literally made a life out of driving trucks right now. I've been doing it for a while. I've been in all 48 states. So, I would definitely tell you, before you actually go with a job, research, the companies out, that you're thinking about working for, if they got slots open to hire you. Because once they say you pre-approved, that pretty much means you got a job, unless you can't pass the physical. And that's another thing. I think I covered that too. When you go to the school, you definitely got to pee in the cup, if you know what I mean. And you definitely going to have to take a physical. And if you can't pass the physical, you ain't going to get no license, no matter how many times you take the written test. Like, you can still have the permit, But to get an active, approved CDL, you got to definitely pass the physical. Now, the school is going to put you in a P test because that's just what the school is going to do because you finna like drive heavy equipment. And so they don't need you under the influence of any substance, really legal substance, rather, you know what I'm saying? And once you get a job, they're going to P you again. They're going to P you again right away. As soon as you get hired. That's a entry level. And it's very random. And you will get random all the time for the rest of your natural born commercial driver's license until the day comes the federal government, not the state, but the federal government just completely changes the rules and regulations and laws about particular substances. And if you ain't really built for that, don't waste your time getting your commercial license because once you lose them, it's going to take a long time to get them back, and you're not going to get those opportunities at those good paying jobs. And if somebody hire you, it's going to be a very crappy job, crappy equipment, shady mechanic type of vibe, shady business type vibe, just a real uncomfortable ride truck, older, nothing newer. You're going to be like non-upper echelon truck driver. Yeah. You're not going to be with the big boys because you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So if that ain't for you, don't do it because as long as you got commercial license and you driving a truck, whether you driving for yourself or you driving for somebody else, you're going to pee in the cup. Yeah. So let me just going over my notes. I'm just going over the notes before I get out of here. Yeah, I told you what to expect. Definitely be prepared for the long haul when you first get your license. And the long haul means OTR. There's a lot of acronyms in this industry too. OTR is over the road. And over the road is basically when you stay gone for weeks at a time. I'm definitely always gone. Like I done pretty much practically almost gave up going to the house because like right now I'm doing everything just to build a relationship with my daughter. So I prefer to just stay out here and get money. I'm single. I think it's going to be that way for quite a long time. You know, I'm not in a rush to get with somebody. If it happened, it happened, but I'm just building what I got going on and I don't want no interference. And if you want to help, that's cool. If you want to kick it, that's cool too. But guess what? I love kicking it with my daughter and, you know, and getting to know her. So, hey, that's what it's all about. And that's why I just stay going all the time and get money all the time. Let me see. Importance of building. Let's see. And it my note says want me to like cover safety, which I'll do that. Might as well. Yeah. So one thing about that is, let me think about how I can put this. Safety definitely is first. You know, I think I mentioned some earlier already about, if I can recall, I mentioned some about like, you know, well, prior to this episode, I covered a little bit about safety, but definitely you have to keep your license clean. And safety also means keep your urine clean. And keeping your urine clean leads back to being safe on the road and having no major accidents or keep having accidents, speeding tickets, and stuff like that. Your commercial license is going to become your lifeline. And to stay safe on the road is a very much important, one of the most important steps to keeping your commercial license. Like, you know, no cap. It don't matter what company you work for. If you are sleepy and tired and you call the safety department and you're just like, man, I am extremely tired, I don't feel safe right now to drive, you can't lose your job. Nope. Because you told them you don't feel safe. And by you saying you don't feel safe, that safety people are obligated to back you up even if you're late delivering freight. Because you know why? You said you were tired. You said you didn't feel good. You said you was fatigued. You said you was lacking nutrition because you had been driving and you feel burnt out. So now I don't feel safe to drive. Once you throw that word safe out there, man, it's like you got a get out of jail free card for that one. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got to be on time. Shit, I just told the motherfucker I don't feel safe. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be late. I'm going to just get some more rest because I don't feel safe and sit you down permanently. You know what I mean? From that company at least. And the thing about safety is you can be safe for a very long time, and then like even with like lots of years of experience, if you start becoming unsafe, your license still is up for grabs, and you putting it in jeopardy of losing it. So just don't think because you was safe for like 3 years, 5 years straight don't mean that, back could be up against the wall. I mean, like I've been driving for a decade, and I've definitely got experience on all the stuff I'm talking about. I may be smiling on camera sometime, or I might be showing y'all the serious experience. But I had my ups and downs in trucking. Like there have been some points where I thought I wasn't gonna make it. I don't know how I bounce back sometime. A lot of people want to give it to the Lord, however you want to break it down. But I have my ups and downs with this trucking thing, and it can get the best of you. I feel like it aged me a little bit. When I look in the mirror, I know I'm a certain age, but I feel like a little bit of the anxiety helped. And then trying to be healthy out there on the road and eat healthy. I've done it for a while. Then I slipped off. So this year coming, 2025, I plan on taking y'all with a journey. I plan on purifying my body, cleaning myself better, working out better. I'm working on more of my content, working on more of my craft and everything. And I do feel like trucking can help back me up on that, but you got to have a balance, and it's hard. So when you get your first job, it's going to be hard because you got to stay safe. No speeding, no accidents, nothing to go on your license that could be a long thing or longevity wise that could stay stuck on your license for a long time. A lot of things play into this safety thing. You got to be safe in your own personal vehicle too. Personally owned vehicle, what they say POV, because that rolls over, because it's just commercial license. So when they pull you over in your personal vehicle, it's still the same license you give the cop. And if he give your ass a speeding ticket, and they get back to the company you work for, the insurance company they're going to deem you possibly a very liable driver, and the company might have to let you go because you got too much going on with your commercial license. Excuse me. Yeah. Still sipping on the coffee. And before I get out here, let's see here. All right, let's see here. And last but least, let me see. All right. So I think I've covered everything for my notes. But a few things, or one of the last thing is like when you get your license and you get your job. I know some people out there are introverts and some are introverts. Some like to stick to themselves. Some like to be more sociable. And I don't blame either side because today's society has become a very weird one. But anyway, I would say to tell y'all that it is cool to connect with other drivers and learn from them, and build some kind of a network hub, because depending on what you want to do, it's all about what you want to do. Excuse me, that's the coffee. And with that being said, there's a lot of people out there willing to point you in the right direction, help you by supporting you with the knowledge or things like that, or the conversation. And I don't mean like just like help you like with money or whatever, because they know you getting money too. So not that kind of thing, but it's good to, build a network of people. I still talk to my trainer sometimes. Like we don't need to talk all the time, but we are like genuinely friends with each other. And I still talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he has helped me out. And the funny thing is, I don't even think he ever asked me for help. And he kind of like got a gambling problem, if you ask me, man, a little bit. But guess what? If he got a gambling problem, he's always helped me in the past when I needed some help. Helped me better than some of the people I already been knowing for 20 plus years. You know what I mean? Some people, I don't even like talking to them if I need some help because they got 1,001 questions. All he wants to ask me is like, when can you give it back? And so, yeah, that came from networking. And I'm glad I networked with some other truckers. Some of them came and left, but that's a good thing though. And they also helped me move further in the trucking industry and so in other aspects. And that I will cover on another episode, because this was just about getting your license and getting your first job in trucking. So that being said, let's see here. Yeah, I did that part, and I definitely research where you want to go work before you work. And so that's another thing. Before I get out here, congratulations to those who will take this knowledge and get your license. And when you get your license, hey, just come drop a comment on here. Let me know if you got any questions out there, and you're about to get your license or whatever. If I didn't cover something, if I missed something about getting your license, let me know in the comment section. Drop some comments. I just want to know, did I do a good episode? Did you like what I said? What did you not like? What could I have covered better? Because I'm not Mr. Perfect here, but I am AKA Mr. Intuition. So, I'm very intuitive. So help me out. And so that being said, thank y'all for joining the Done Serious Show. And hopefully this was a good episode to help somebody out there. Next episode, I'll catch y'all on another episode. And if you don't drink coffee, don't drink coffee. Go get you some water. If you don't like water, go drink that nasty soda. If you don't like soda, drink some tea, hot or cold. But thank you for joining the Don Series Show. And until the next episode, y'all have a good life. Enjoy it as I shall do the same. Thank you.
The Don Sirius Show.